What's up, guys, and welcome to a new video. I have a nice little newer topic. Um, it's called video games causing violence. I have a couple of points about it to explain. Just want to know if you guys will like this kind of stuff, where I just talk about random stuff over a nice little bit of gameplay. Okay, well, let's get to the point. So, as we all know, there have been a few recent shootings, I guess you'd say, big mass murders of evil people and all that. But of course, as always, the news thinks of immediately pointing to video games, violent video games causing it. It's always the video games causing the problems. But it's not true. It's just wrong, most. Like, for example, what of the times there's like a whole lot of publicity following the shooter and after the shooting? Like, it's never the victims that they focus on or anything like that. It's all focused on the shooter, the weapons he used, how he did everything, him causing suicide and all that. But like I said, yeah, it's just like bad. They kind of put out the guy like he's famous or something. And so you gotta think about it. There's these crazy guys who are obsessed with basically attention. They get thoughts of fame and all that, and they might be so critical as willing to do this. Go out and murder people just because they'll become famous, like a public enemy or something. Which, of course, isn't good, but yeah. Like, the news ignores the victims, focuses on the shooter and stuff like that, which isn't good. And then there's, like, a lot of times also, you look at the people that do this and you see that they're usually have some kind of either mental disease or bully victims or bad lifestyles and stuff like this. Majority of people usually have mental disease or victims of bullying, so you got to think of the major point that will prevent this isn't reducing violence in video games or anything like that. No, it's reducing overall bullying, which is practically impossible. But it's what we gotta do. That's how it is. And then, of course, there's also the bad lifestyles where it's the parents not taking care of them, not treating their kids right. It's not how it's done. They just, whenever they treat their kids bad, they don't know how to react, or they're used to stuff like that and think it's right, or whatever, so they go off and do it themselves as a result. Which, of course, isn't right, but that's how it is. And then there's some mental disease where a lot of times they just plain don't even know what they're doing. It's bad. Like, I don't even know the name of these diseases. But a lot of times, it's like they don't know what they're doing. Their mind's just not all there. And then they're doing this as a result because it's just the way that they see it. It's like I've read before, it's just how they see it. But also there's another thing. A massive amount of the population worldwide actually plays violent video games constantly. Like, not exactly 24/7, that's what you get the no lies. But um a lot, basically. Where, and then you look at it and there's maybe one in 10,000, 100,000, something like that, are actual criminals, and then maybe one out of 1,000 of those are actual murderers. Like, it's just not real. Surveys I've seen where they like survey kids in schools and stuff, asking how they like letting them play a violent video game for 2 or 3 days a week or whatever, and then seeing how they react in a playground or something with a bunch of other kids. Like, usually it's the way they normally are, they're no different whatsoever. Occasionally you have them doing bad stuff, but usually not. Which brings me back to my point. The major thing causing this is usually the bully victims. The bullying, the just bullies, bullies, bullies. Not good. And by the way, look at that epic throw. Oh, I wish that was mine. But anyways, back on topic. Like I said, the bully victims. It's not good. That's what the major points of these are, what it usually is, where you see the kids who have been insulted, attacked, all that, getting mentally unstable as a result. They don't know how to react to stuff, and then they, out of anger, go and do something as critical as this. Which isn't right, of course, but a lot of times people get these kinds of thoughts, and some of them are just willing to do it, and it's even worse when they have some kind of disease, which, like I said, isn't good. And it's just not right. And oh wow, look at this fell on mine. Get triple, and then almost a quad. Almost that search quad. Now let's get back on topic. But like I said, the boys, they're it's what's causing it, and then there's like pretty much no actual way to fix it. Like you hear people giving tips on how to fix bullying. It's like, oh, tell a parent or stand up or something or ignore them. That's not how it works. A bully, usually when you ignore him, he just thinks it's even funnier and keeps on going. And it doesn't help at all. Like you just walk away or something or all that. It doesn't work. And then there's also the fact where they say, stand up, right? That's not something you can do. Because you've got to look at these bullies. They're usually those guys who are like 14, 15, yeah, but they already have freaking beards and are like 8 foot tall and freaking ribbed and all that. Just not the kind of guy you want to exactly get in a fight with. And you can't exactly stand up to him. And it's like, and then you say, tell a teacher. Now, yes, that works, but I always think that the better thing to do is to tell a parent if it gets bad enough. Usually, the way I've gone around bullying is, of course, this doesn't work with everyone, but considering I usually kind of make them feel like they're complete idiots by insulting them in an intelligent way or with words they don't even understand. It usually works for me, but of course it isn't going to work in every way, which is obvious. Which is where it comes to the thing where simply what you want to do is tell a parent or tell a teacher. That's what you want to do. That's the way to fix it. That's the only way to currently deal with bullying. There's no actual way because most of these bullies are just driven in because, like, some, as I've seen before, they get a, for lack of a better term, sexual pleasure from it. Um, where they are literally driven by it. They get a feeling of euphoria from it. They feel like it's just amazing for them to do that, and they don't want to stop doing that because that's an amazing feeling that they get. Like, like they're high or something. Not that I know what it feels like, but um, it's just how they feel, how they see it, and that's just what they do. Like, it's I can't even talk all of a sudden, but yeah, that's what they do. You see that they are always driven to do this. They don't know anything better to do because they enjoy it. Or another thing is where a lot of times they're treated badly, and so they think that they kind of fix it when they do it themselves to other people, which of course isn't true, but that's the way they do it. And it's not great or anything, but that's just how it's seen. And yeah, it's not good. And yet again, there's no other way to fix it except to tell a parent or a teacher. Unless you're able to actually stand up to them, and if that's the case, then go for it. Make that kid cry. But yeah, they're just usually a lot of times with the video game things, violent and all that. It's usually kids that are either bully victims or have some kind of disease, and there's very few ways to actually go with that or fix it or whatever, and it's sad. It's just sad. It's sad, man. But like, there's no way to truly fix a mental disease except for paying attention to the kid who has it, making sure he's all right, he's happy, and for the bully victims, watching him, making sure he's all right, make him happy, help him deal with his problems, talk to parents, help show, like, let him get in contact with other people more like him, get him some friends, That's how it works. Then a lot of times they're a whole lot more stable. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say on the topic for now. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Tell me if you would like any more of this. I enjoyed it. Not the best commentator, but I'll get better.